name's Sonia Sood. I'm the director of Oxford School Treviso in Italy, and I've been teaching English for about 12 years. Our students have the most difficulty with listening and speaking, definitely.
And why is this skill most difficult for your students?
I think it's a combination of them having a Latin-based language, which is extremely different to English anyway, and also the fact that they come from an Italian schooling system which is very grammar heavy, very grammar translation focused, so a lot of reading and writing, very little speaking and listening, combined with non-mother tongue teachers, and therefore the whole aspect of pronunciation also gets left by the wayside. So students don't feel confident in any way when they come to a private language school to start speaking. It's not something that they've ever really done. English File is a text that we really like because it's extremely balanced in terms of skills. So it covers not just the reading and writing aspect, but it looks at language obviously in context, and it gives the students the opportunity to hear the language through the listening activities, to practice the language in terms of speaking, specifically with pronunciation. There's lots of drilling focus, and then they have the extra activities, the communication activities in the teacher's books, the extra activities in the student books. They have the listenings on their CD-ROMs. There's a whole host of ways for them to improve those skills. Well, with regards to listening, I like to do things like live listenings. We also do things like running dictations, dictogloss, so they start to really focus in on detail as well. With speaking, we do a lot of free practice as well, so there might be a lesson where they are recorded, or maybe I'll note down the things that they say in the next lesson. We'll do some kind of interactive activity where we have to analyse what they've said. Yeah, there's lots of ways to develop on the topics and the themes of English File, definitely. With regards to pronunciation, it's another reason why I like English File. But for example, these kinds of flashcards are extremely good. I always focus heavily on the phonetic alphabet. Lots of reference, therefore, to the consonants, the vowel sounds. Each lesson has a pronunciation focus, and we'll do a lot of games. I think pronunciation needs to be introduced in a way that doesn't seem too heavy or theoretical. So it needs to be fun, it needs to be amusing, it needs to be interactive. So I try and invent games all of the time when it comes to pronunciation. A recent lesson that comes to mind is one from the pre-intermediate level. I don't remember what unit, it was something about holidays, unit 2A, it was quite early on in the book. And it talked about holidays, holiday disasters and things like that, and with the focus obviously to introduce past irregular verbs. So what I did, I took that lesson and I adapted it to my holiday, my summer holiday. I did a live listening with the students rather than using the English File listening. We then used the questions from New English File, the vocab bank as always, the questions to use as a comprehension activity to see what they understood from my live listening. They then did the grammar focus, we analysed the tape script, my audio, and they analysed the past verbs, and then they used those questions to talk about their holidays as well. It was an extremely successful lesson, and the students liked the fact that we didn't only stick to the books, but if anything we used it as a basis for our lesson.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.